Selena is a 1997 musical biographical drama written and directed by Gregory Nava and stars Jennifer Lopez and Edward James Olmos. Let's take a look. Hi, and thanks for coming to Cinema Bear. My name is Eric Ortiz. Guys, before we begin, if you're new to the channel, could you please hit the subscribe button? I'm only 999,958 subscribers away from 1 million, so I can really use your help to get to the magic number. Thank you so much. So, in honor of the upcoming biography of Bob Marley, One Love, we're going to take a look at Selena, the 1997 biopic starring Jennifer Lopez. And at the beginning of the film, we find Selena's dad, Abraham, and his vocal trio, the Dinos, looking for work. And what they find the hard way is that their music is too Mexican for white people and too white for Mexicans. So they never really succeed. And the movie fast forwards 10 years, and then we see the family in the backyard playing around, and Abraham and Selena have this beautiful moment where he discovers she has just a natural talent for singing. And from that moment on, the movie becomes this mentorship where he's basically building her to be the next superstar. And once that starts, we get to see the rise of Selena the performer. We get to see her on stage for the first time. We get to see her working with small crowds. We get to see how she evolves her act and how she becomes the superstar that she was at the cusp of becoming. Initially, the movie looks like your basic biopic, and in many ways it is. However, I did appreciate how the movie spent a lot of time with Selena as a young girl, where you get to see how she picks up these little nuances from her dad and the real mentorship that he's giving her in terms of teaching her what worked for him and what didn't work for him, essentially trying to make sure she does not make the same mistakes as an adult that he did when he was trying to make his music career work. The production quality is very impressive. I was really impressed to see just how well shot the live performances were. You feel the energy of a live performance, the use of color, the camera movement. It's very different than the dialogue scenes where the camera is very static and almost as if we're not supposed to be involved with what's going on. But then the camera becomes very alive and there's lots of movement and lots of color when Selena's on stage, which demonstrates the duality of the day-to-day life of being a performer and what it's like to be on stage. On stage, everything has to be flashy, everything has to be big, but in reality, being a performer is also work. And I think this movie kind of showed a little bit of the behind the scenes of what it is to be a performer and have a regular everyday life. Acting performances are pretty good overall. The obvious standout is Jennifer Lopez. I think it was a miracle that we were able to find an actor that can actually sing in English and in Spanish, dance, and actually act as well as she does for this movie. It's not amazing, but I think overall it's just such a solid overall package that you can't find any real faults in it. I did find J-Lo's performance of Selena when she was like 17, 18 years old to be a little bit cartoony, where she's trying to sound like she's a kid, but obviously she isn't. But in the end, it's a star-making performance. There's a reason why Jennifer Lopez is the big star that she is today. She's remarkably good, and there's no question that this movie benefits a lot from having her there. I also really enjoyed watching Edward James Olmos playing her father, Abraham. Some of the scenes have him come off as a bit of a villain, overprotective father, but in the end you get to see that his frustration, his anger comes from a place of love. It's never too harsh, but he does have his moments of being a bit of a drill sergeant. I think anyone who has a parent understands what it's like to piss off their mom or dad and, you know, get scolded a little bit. In terms of directing, I think Nava overall did a great job. The movie does have tonal inconsistencies where it's a drama, then it becomes a bit of a slapstick comedy. You'll know what I mean when you get to see the movie, where there's scenes that are trying too hard to be funny, and it becomes a bit confusing. Am I supposed to pay attention to the drama? Am I supposed to laugh at the jokes? The jokes, for the most part, are not really that funny, so they just fall flat. But in the end, I think as a whole, this movie actually works really, really well. I do like the fact that, again, the performances, the live performances look as if you're really there. They're shot beautifully. The use of color in some of the scenes is actually very impressive. And there are some moments that actually get fairly heavy, where the characters, especially Selena and Abraham, get into these massive arguments because she falls in love and she wants to do this with her life and he wants to control her life and he's afraid of losing her, you know, daddy's little girl type of syndrome. It's pulled off nicely, and overall I didn't find it distracting or maybe a bit cliche, but not in a bad way. Similarly to how K-pop broke into the American market, I think Selena and her Tejano music would have broken more into the American market as well. She was at the cusp of doing something amazing, and she could have been the next great superstar. This movie is very tasteful about celebrating her life above all else, and acknowledging that we lost a potential superstar that could have been the next big thing. And in the end, Cinentertaining. I'd recommend catching it. If you're a fan of musical biopics, this is a good one. If you're a fan of Selena, this is a must-see. I mean, there's just no way around it. And it's great to see the performance that made Jennifer Lopez a superstar. Honestly, like after this role, it was sky's the limit. I mean, the woman does music, the woman does movies, has a clothing line, I think she has a perfume line. I mean, the list is too long and this can't be a 2-hour video. And can you imagine like 10 years from now, there being a J-Lo biopic with an actress playing J-Lo, playing Selena? Inception moment. In any case, thank you very much for watching. Please tune in next time where I'll be reviewing One Love, directed by Reynaldo Marcus Green, written by Terrence Winter, and starring Kingsley Ben-Adir.
One love, one art, one destiny.
Hey guys, put in the comment section your favorite musical biopic. I'd love to hear it. And are you excited about the fact that we're at this renaissance of musical biofilms that have been coming out ever since, Bohemian Rhapsody made a crap ton of money? Again, my name is Edward Ortiz. This has been Cinema Bear. I will see you for the next one. Take care and thank you very much.